Tonight's game, Christian Javier, Max Scherzer. You're as familiar with Scherzer as anybody. What do you think goes on tonight?
Man, I think it's the most fascinating storyline of this series is what are they going to get from Scherzer? Because we've seen him at his best, but it's been more than a month since he's pitched. So I don't know. I think that it's a massive wild card to the whole thing. Now, obviously, the Rangers kind of playing with house money, having taken the 2 games in Houston. But with this coming at the beginning of a stretch of 3 games in 3 days, it could go sideways for the Rangers if he doesn't have it. And it wouldn't be shocking if he didn't have it because it's been so long.
Have you? I mean, like I said, you've known Scherzer for forever. How do you expect him to go tonight?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think you can I can talk myself into either thing. I can talk myself into expecting that it's going to be a blow up because it's been 36 days since he's pitched and he's only human. But we've also seen Mad Max where he gets that look in his eye and it's just he becomes, and I mean this in the best way it could, a psycho that you're not stopping him. I wouldn't be shocked if he found a way to go 5 innings and they couldn't touch him. But I also wouldn't be shocked if he was out of there after the second.
I'm curious. Every time I watch Dodgers games, you always share a lot of anecdotes about players and stuff. And I'm curious in this whole series. I don't want you to maybe reveal all your tricks and secrets that you've got going on tonight during tonight's broadcast. But has there been a tidbit or an anecdote or something from any one of these teams that stood out to you the most of any of the players? I mean, obviously we know a lot of them, but you always are good at finding the smaller ones.
Yeah, I think Edward pertinent to tonight, and I guess I'm going to give it away a little bit in advance, but heck with it. Christian Javier, who you mentioned is starting for the Astros, his nickname coming up in the minors was El Reptile because he was cold blooded. They watched him and they said, this kid doesn't have a pulse. He is cold blooded. And he has proven that time and again in the big leagues. They really need a good start tonight. And he's a guy who 3 times in his postseason career has started. He's won them all. They've all been on the road, and he's given up no runs on just 2 hits over those 3 starts, often coming in a spot where his team really needs him to kind of stem the tide and turn things. So El Reptile, they've named him that, and he's lived up to it since getting to the big leagues.